Hello, hello, hello. This is Rashonda Blackman, blogger, motivational speaker, and children's book author. So, as you can see, before I do this Wednesday's word, or as we get into it rather, I am doing it in my dining room. Now, you might be saying, well, what's the difference? And who cares? But that's what today's topic is about, really, about my dining room. But before I get into that, I just want to tell you a little bit about me. A lot of times, I know I do videos and I've done videos and I say, this is Rashonda Blackman, creator of Justsuminspiration for the mind, body, and soul. But, sometimes people may not know who you really are. So, again, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Rashonda Blackman. Like I said, I'm a blogger, motivational speaker, soon to be children's book author. I have more about that as the time comes close. But my main purpose or my job is to uplift, encourage, and motivate people. All while being transparent about my own hurts, habits, hang-ups, mistakes, and everything. And I use those hurts from my past to encourage and uplift people. So I guess you can kind of say I turn my pain into purpose. But I absolutely love inspiring people and motivating them to not only see how great they really are, but encouraging them to put expiration dates on your past and begin to see their world differently by looking up, looking within, and looking around, because there really is positivity in everything. So that's basically what I am and what I do. I'm an encourager. So now let's get into this Wednesday's word so I can tell you why am I filming in my dining room. So, well, as you know, this is the second edition of Wednesday's word. If you missed the first one, you can see that either at top or below. I guess that depends on which social media you're viewing this on. So be sure to check that out. So today's topic is bigger place for office space. Girl, bye. So the reason why I'm filming in my dining room, because I had a conversation with God like a week ago, right? And I began to talk to the Lord and I began to ask him like, okay, God, I need a bigger place. I want to create an office, and just telling him about all these wants and about me doing this office, and I need this space, and I need a bigger space, for me to have this office and stuff in, right? And it's like almost as while I was talking to God, like literally, he was over talking me and was like, you already got a place. You have a space and you're not using it. And I'm like, what? And then he brought my dining room to mind. So the backstory about my dining room is that when I moved into this place, I moved in here like 2 years ago this month, and I never used I can count on one hand how many times I actually used this dining room. Probably twice. And the table and the chairs in here are brand new. Really never been sat on. Really don't use the dining room. I mean, we don't even eat in here. So this little space, a little haven in the house, was just pretty much here. I mean, outside of coming and going out, to the backyard, or the kids coming in here, getting their bikes, or me just sprucing it up. Other than that, the space was not being used. And so God was like, you have space. You're just not using it. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm like, yeah, I'm asking God for a bigger space for my office. And here it is. I have the space right here. And I just wasn't using it. So, and then that's when it came to me in Proverbs 18:16, where it says, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Now, let me tell you something about that. Your gift will make room for you, because the Bible, that's one thing it does not do. It does not lie. Your gift will make room for you. But first, you have to completely fill the space you're already in. Huh? You know, think about that for a moment. You have to fill the space that you're already in. So if God has given you a space of 1,500 square feet and you're only using or maximizing the 1,000 and not doing anything with the 5, then why would he give you a bigger space when you're not maximizing the space that he has already given you, right? You know, that brought me back to something. When I was a child, my mom would cook and she would fix us, you know, she would fix our plates. And she would put like little portion sizes on our plates because we were kids, right? And so she didn't want to put an over excess on our plates because she knew that, you know, if she did that, 9 times out of 10, we wouldn't eat it. So she would put like little portion sizes on our plate. And, you know, but I wasn't satisfied with that. I would always ask her to put extra on my plate because I was anticipating on eating more than what she was giving me. Now, she did it sometimes, and do you know what? What she put on my plate always was enough, you know, but when I asked for more, when she put more on there, I couldn't even eat it all. You know, I wasn't, you know, satisfied with what she gave me. I just knew automatically that, hey, you put more on my plate, I'm gonna eat it. Sometimes I would, but I would have the terriblest stomach ache because I was eating more than what she was giving. You see what I mean? So what I want you to do today is look around you. Are you using every inch of space God has given you? Or are you asking him for more than you really need? You know, when my mom was putting that food on my plate, I was asking her for more than I really needed. You know, she knew what I needed. And I thought I knew what I needed, but she knew what I needed. So that's the reason why she put it on my plate, right? So, like I said, look around you. Are you maximizing your space? Are you using everything that God has given you, right? Are you, you know, if he's giving you 1,500 feet, hey, are you using every square inch of that space? Or are you asking him for more and you haven't even used what he's giving you? So that's the Wednesday's word for today. Look around you. What has God given you? What has he blessed you with? What has he put in your possession for you to use? But you're really not using it. You're kind of overlooking it, or just filling that space up with boxes and, you know, and whatever, and going on by your business, not really thinking too much about it. I dare you, clean out that room. I cleaned out this dining room. I mean, it was already clean, but, you know, I'm fixing it up. I bought me a whiteboard. I mean, I'm going to use the space. I'm going to use what God has given me. And only when you use what God has given you, only when you maximize that space that he has given you, you have filled it all up, then that's when your gift, a man's gift, will make room for him and put him before great men. That's when your gift will make room for you, when you use the room that you already have. So that's the Wednesday's word for today. I hope you liked this video. And please stay tuned, as I'll be back next week with another Wednesday's word. And like I said, remember, what space are you not using? Maximize every single space. So if you love this video, please share it. Share with friends or with someone else who you feel like can be encouraged, because we just never know, right? So maximize your space. Use what God gave you, and then he'll put you before great men. So this is Rashonda Blackman, creator of Just Some Inspiration for the mind, body, and soul. I'll talk to you later.